we let them niggas stay here, we won't have nothing to go home to. Everybody know New Orleans niggas are grind meat.
Let's see what we got. There we go. There we go. I think we got a show. I think we're back. Oh no, you're frozen. No. You're fine. You're fine. It's on the.
You think the Bay gonna let you disrespect Pac, nigga? Okay.
There we go. There we go. Now we're back. We got an unfrozen Hannibal, and we got me. I gotta figure out why I'm so washed out. I'll solve that before the next show. But yeah. So we left off on Death of Slim Shady, which. Yeah.
Death of Slim Shady. I'm trying to pull my notes back up. All right. Because Chromakopia is first. Keep going. Death of Slim Shady.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a speed run through this without reading through all of these lyrics again, right? Death of Slim Shady on Renaissance, he muses about how the internet won't let you be great or won't let artists be great anymore. And I love the way that he put that together. On Habit, he talks about the difficulty of navigating language in 2024 when there's a certain hypocrisy of certain mediums being able to get away with talking about certain things like South Park and Family Guy. On Trouble, Slim Shady versus Marshall Mathers takes place as Eminem is setting up what the album is about to be about. The old him hating on the new him. And that is the driving point of this project. And it's something that I've always mused about as a musician, right? As a music producer, as a creator. I've wondered to myself with certain artists, like, what would young Nicki Minaj think about what current Nicki Minaj is doing? Right? Like, if young Nicki saw current Nicki, would she be, oh my God, I made it and I'm so famous and I'm rich and people love me? Or would she be like, bitch, you sold out? You know, and I wonder that. I wonder that about her. I wonder that about Flo Rida. I wonder that about Pitbull. I wonder that about any artist who came out on some gritty, grimy shit. Any rapper that came out on some gritty, grimy shit and then turned around and then found like success, you know, catering to a specific demographic. Like, I wonder what the old them would say about the new them, right? And the idea that Eminem took that and made an entire album around that concept is amazing to me, right? So I love the idea on Trouble starting with like the Slim Shady persona fighting Marshall Mathers 2024, right? And he is literally setting up what this album is about to be. The old him fighting with the new him. And I love that. So like, I love that. On Evil, Eminem recognized, he talks about the toxic relationship with his fan base, and he continues on with that on Lucifer, right? And then the pinnacle ends up being Antichrist, which is the next song, which, as a sidebar, I have to say, at the end of Lucifer, right, the beat starts to progressively slow down, and it out of nowhere, and in 8 bars gives you gold. Okay, Bizarre
it's
comes
about
out
to
of
be
nowhere.
Scary.
And goes crazy. Fuel starts off with a furious feature from Jid, who is a rapper I have been sleeping on for way too long. Every time I hear Jid anywhere, I'm like, that dude is incredible.
And Jid's amazing.
And I need to make a more concerted effort to listen to his content, right? Road Rage is probably the most problematic and misunderstood song on this entire album. The Slim Shady persona is really trying hard not to adapt to 2024 and keeps trying to make Marshall Mathers regress. Marshall is driving home, okay? The destination is progress. And Slim Shady does not like the route the GPS has planned and is deciding to go off route, okay? And there's a lot of people that miss the message of this song. And if you miss the message of the song, it's real easy to see it as him shitting on trans people, Lizzo, fat shaming, Christopher Reeves, Caitlyn Jenner, stuff like that. But like, if you're paying attention to it, and Eminem even explained to people before he released the art, hey, this album is a concept album. Yeah. I'm trying some shit, and this is what the album is supposed to be. It is the death of the old me. Right? Yeah. He told people what it was, and then when Houdini came out, people was like, "Oh, Eminem is just trying to like say shocking shit because he's trying to blah blah blah." And I've read some reviews of people saying that. Well, I'm gonna get back to the reviews in a second. Guilty Conscience 2 is the album's opus, in my opinion. Slim Shady persona and the 2024 Marshall Mathers having a serious conversation about how he became who he is, how he doesn't want to be that person anymore, but the old him hates the him that he is now. Yeah. And that song does like such an amazing job of like showing how, like, we talk about like people posting shit from back in the day that catches up with them years later. Like, people get mad at them, like start searching old tweets, old song lyrics, old comments that they said in magazines and stuff, and they try to hold that up against today's current standard of like we live in a like society is at a certain place today, and then we would like to judge old shit by today's standards without ever giving those people a chance to explain themselves or see if they've grown or evolved from the time that they did that shit, right?
Yeah.
That's why Guilty Conscience works so well, because you can see 2024 Marshall trying to like reason with Slim Shady, and Slim Shady is like, nah, fuck that. I want to say all the things that I want to say, and you letting them stop us means that you're a pussy now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's fucking great.
Yeah. Listen, I could keep going about this project, because I wrote some other stuff out too. But like, yeah, this project is fantastic, top to bottom. It is an excellent project, and with the music production, they made it a point to make all of the tracks have this like almost every track on this project has a dark or ominous feel to it. Like, everything in here feels like you were in the coroner's office. Like, everything in here it's all minor keys and like dark tones and like sad melodies and angry melodies and stuff like that. The only stuff on the project that's upbeat is those zany Eminem songs like Houdini, and what's the song? Brand New Dance?
Yeah, Brand New Dance. That was actually cut from Encore.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, they addressed it in one of the songs that Christopher Reeves had died, so they cut the song.
Yeah,
and that line, that motherfucker did that just to ruin the album.
Yeah. So yeah, the album has the production has a very dark feel to it. Like, it's all very like dark minor tones, like dark sounding instruments, dark pads, dark sub basses and stuff like that. But like, when it comes to just rapping, the skill of rhyming words together, like, of the 4 albums that we've listened to, I feel very confident in saying this was by far the most lyrical. So if you're a fan of lyrics and lyricism, then the death of Slim Shady.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I listened to this album the day it came out. That whole week, it was all I played on repeat. It would finish and start right the fuck back over. I loved this album. Like, solid from top to bottom. One of the best Eminem albums. I don't know where it's gonna fall after I let it sit for a bit with me.
Yeah, and that's the question I wanted to ask you. In Eminem's discography, right? Where does this fall? Is this top 3?
Right now, I feel like this sits next to Marshall Mathers LP.
Yeah, I feel like it's up there. Like, I feel like it's like this album, like Recovery, like this album, Recovery, and Marshall Mathers.
Yeah. I feel like this sits right there by the Marshall Mathers LP.
I am also a huge fan of Kamikaze as well.
Oh, Kamikaze was incredible.
Yeah.
I think this is better than Kamikaze though, and I loved Kamikaze. I love this album more.
See that's tough for me because, and I've been thinking about it. Like I think this might be like a top three Eminem album, and it was definitely one of the best rap albums of the year.
Yeah,
Hands down.
yeah. So I yeah, I forgot where I was going with it, but the only thing, like, as much as I love Somebody Save Me, I lose interest like halfway through that song because we already heard it in Temporary. Like, why do we need?
Okay, I wrote this. I knocked my mic out. Okay, it's just like I'm not used to agreeing with Monty, but I wrote that. I said Temporary and Somebody Save You are essentially do the same thing, and either of them could have been the last song on the project.
Yeah, yeah, and Temporary did the job. Temporary literally had me in tears the first time I heard it.
Yeah, I could see how, as a father,
Yeah.
Temporary would resonate with you in that level. I think for the theme of the album, Somebody Save You works better as the last song. Because Temporary could go on any album. Somebody Save You had to go on this album. I think they need to take the chorus. The chorus is too long.
Yeah.
It plays for too long. Cut the chorus in half. Okay?
Yeah.
And the way the album ends with him being like, I need some help. I am dying. I am failing right now as a father and an uncle, and I need some help. And the album ending with him begging for help and then just going off.
Yeah.
That is perfect.
It's a great ending.
As opposed to ending it with Temporary. And that was like my only real criticism about this project is that it kind of felt like Lord of the Rings Return of the King. Like it had multiple endings that was like, oh, so this is the last song? No. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the ending when they get back to the Shire. No. Okay. So this is the ending when they destroy the ring. No. Okay. So this is the ending when they make Aragorn the king. No.
Yeah.
None of these. Okay. They get on the boat and then they go to Elf Heaven. That's the end, and that's what that's what this Eminem album felt like. It was just like there was a couple endings that was just like, so is this the end? And it's not the end. And I like Temporary could go on any Eminem album. Somebody Save You, I think. Because the tone of the album is what the tone is, right?
Yeah,
because the album is like an angry self-reflection.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Somebody Save You plays into that theme in a way that Temporary doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that.
That's my producer brain right there. But
it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah. That makes perfect sense. I just like Temporary more, but it makes sense for the album. For this project, of the two, I actually do like Temporary more than I like Somebody Save You. But I like Somebody Save You as the last song on the album, as opposed to Temporary being the last song on there. Because Temporary is so light and bubbly. Oh, I love my daughter. Oh, my daughter, I love you too. Listen to this recording of my daughter. Listen. That's dope. That is super awesome. I love being able to say that we have been here for like every aspect of Eminem and Haley Jade's relationship, right? Yeah.
We were there when she was born, and now we're here as she's become an adult woman that is thriving and being successful, you know, on right?
Yeah.
You know, and all that to be said, like Temporary still could have went on any other Eminem project.
But he's also, with both of those songs, he's been on this kick of looking at the other side from death. Like ever since ever since Revival. Like go back and look. There's so many tracks where he's just on the other side of death, looking back at everything. And I'm like, is that your new thing? Like, and I don't know. That's the only part that weirds me out. Like, I get it. You survived, but I guess that's how he copes. I don't know.
He said, "Yeah, you survived. God, do you want to make a 45-minute album about it? Jesus."
But he didn't. He didn't. It's like one random track at a time. Oh wow. This software does not want us to go.
Hang on. I bet. Got to. I'd like to. Zoe, would you like to go full screen on me while you get that fixed on mine? Oh, you got it fixed. All right. I was gonna say this show is brought to you by Apple products. Apple products. They never seem to fail, and Apple customers always like to flex on Windows and Android customers. But then they love to talk about how these.
His computer just died, y'all. Oh wait, no. I don't know what happened. But anyway, yeah. So while she's fixing that, so yeah, this album was fucking great. One of my favorites is Bad One. Fucking love that song. White Gold is on 2 tracks on this album, and White Gold just fucking kills it. Like, those hooks on both of those songs are fucking incredible. And we all heard Toby. Love Toby. Toby was, some login problems. We're working on it, Hannibal. We're working on it. Yeah, on Toby, Big Sean and Babytron, like, fucking great single. Made me really want to check the album out more. Hannibal mentioned Road Rage, which was another one of my favorites. And Brand New Dance was fun. It's great hearing that, like, literal takeaway from Encore. Like, they just took a song off Encore and dropped it on this album. Super fun. I'm not picking on them. All of that was accidental. All of that was accidental. But it was perfectly timed accident. Perfectly timed.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored.
I already read that right there. That was a perfectly timed accident, but it's getting fixed right now. That's, I think. But anyway. Yeah. Evil, another one of my favorites. And Fuel. Like, I didn't do it on purpose. Fuel with Jid. That's the one where he fucking goes in on Diddy with he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, did he? Like, fucking, what happened? Oh, it's not showing up on this screen. I thought the live screen changed. But yeah, overall, one of my absolute favorite Eminem albums, and yeah, my standout on this is probably Road Rage is my favorite song from this album. Least favorite is probably Somebody Save Me. So there we go. Looks like we got Hannibal back. And I'm gone.
Am I on?
Yeah, they should be able to hear you.
They can hear me. They can't.
Both of us.
They can hear us, but they can't see me.
Yeah. There's.
So we just became an actual podcast.
Yeah. We're just an actual podcast right now. We can keep talking.
Okay, I'm gonna take my mask off then.
Yeah. Go ahead. Just take your mask off.
Okay, all right.
Zoe's working on the cameras though, so you have to throw it on real quick.
I got you. Let's come on, take it off right. There you go.
All right.
Hey, listen, let my nose. You said your favorite on the project is Road Rage, and least favorite was Somebody Save You.
Yeah.
My favorite song on the project was Guilty Conscience 2. I think if there was only one song to listen to on this project, Guilty Conscience 2 is the song to listen to because it tells you what the album is about. I mean, you could also get that same thing from not Habit. What's before Trouble? You could also get it from Trouble, but I feel like Guilty Conscience does a much better job. Guilty Conscience 2 does a much better job of it. And thinking about what the original Guilty Conscience song was, which is one of my favorite hip hop songs of all time, right? It is one of my favorite rap songs of all time. For Guilty Conscience 2 to be as good as it is, yeah, I like I said, I have no notes. That shit is amazing. Oh yeah, Guilty Conscience 2, best song on the project, in my opinion. Worst song on the project, Houdini.
Yeah.
And
Oh, really?
actually,
Okay.
it's actually not Houdini. It really is Brand New Dance, but it is Houdini though. It's
Okay.
Houdini.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
if you
Houdini.
want to give somebody a real quick listen to get a